Tommy, I gotta say, I'm super bummed. We just took our Land Cruiser off-road for the first time and we broke it seriously.
Yeah, within like the first 50 feet, well, something exploded. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna show you our happy, joyful enthusiasm and then cut immediately to bitter disappointment.
Yeah, so let's roll the video because, yeah, we just broke our brand new, to us, Land Cruiser, taking it off-road for the first time, and not a little bit, you know, we probably exploded something very expensive.
So low range in this thing, super easy. We've got this lever into low. Oh boy, I spoke too soon. There we go.
It's never been in low before, look.
Ew, what is that?
I think that's just some spillage that's been there forever because nobody's ever pulled the lever all the way down. And then of course we have a locking center diff.
Yep, so push that button. There you can see on the gauge cluster it's locked. We don't have a locking rear diff, but we do have A-Track, which is advanced traction control.
As you know, Tommy, we just purchased this Land Cruiser, and it is completely stock.
It is, yeah, like showroom stock, even down to the all-season tires and the running boards.
Now we are going to do a bit of a build on it, and I would prefer, Tommy, to use tools instead of rocks to take the side steps off.
Well, it accomplishes the same thing at the end of the day, doesn't it?
No, it doesn't. No.
What do you mean? Off is off.
Stuff gets bent, and then it's hard to take off, and then you got to get a Sawzall. So let's not take the side steps off. The other thing that's not great is we don't have all-terrain tires.
No, we've got these Geolander, like all-season-y things, and we didn't air down because we're lazy. So, look, it's going to be an interesting first dirt here. I honestly don't think with these all-seasons airing down would do that much to begin with. So let's climb the steps.
So the one thing about Land Cruisers of the 100 series is they do tend to make better overlanders than off-roaders.
Well,
until you build them. They
make better overlanders than specifically rock crawlers because, of course, this is a large, heavy vehicle, 5,300 pounds. So it's not a light guy. Let's see if we have the clearance for this first step, or are we going to crunch the front skid?
I don't think so.
No problem.
Yeah.
So far, so good. And actually, even with the independent front suspension, this solid rear axle seems to be keeping the rear wheels on the ground. The front wheels are staying on the ground.
Now, the older models, you could get a rear locker, but unfortunately, we don't have that.
Yeah, but with A-Track, a lot of the Toyota guys say it doesn't really give you that much of a benefit, but we're going to find out today. And we do have fresh brakes on this, so that'll help with the traction system doing its thing.
We are hitting mud flaps, I hear them. But yeah, that's okay.
That's okay.
They're
mud flaps are meant to be hit.
And right away, we're going to get into the toughest obstacle, which are the Razor Rocks. So do you want to even attempt the Razor Rocks with non-ATs and no lift and questionable? Well,
we got to give it a go.
You want to give it a go?
We got to give it a go.
All right, I'll try to spot you. How about that?
People tuned in for action. We can't give them no action.
You're going to get action right away. So if you're about to smash the front of the Land Cruiser into the rocks,
we'll stop.
But otherwise, give it a go.
And the thing about running boards is they work as great rock sliders once.
Will you stop it with tearing off the rock sliders?
Well, why do you love the running board so much?
I want to take them off with a tool, not with a rock.
Okay, there goes A-Track. So
there
immediately, it's already doing its thing.
Let me get up here. Hold up.
And I wonder if this thing will let me two-foot it for that added control. Oh yeah, gotta love a cruiser.
All right.
We're going to take a slightly easier line on the Razor Rock for the stock front approach.
You're good.
Angle.
You're good. You're about to put the wheel on the rock. Okay, you're about to hit the rock.
Here we go.
You just missed the bumper.
Look at that. So that is
there goes
all
A-Track.
the cruiser. That's no lockers, and it still climbs. Look at that. Look at that.
Oh, that was not good.
What was that?
I don't know, but that was not a good sound, Tommy.
It sounded like it came from the drive line.
That's exactly what it sounded like.
Uh-oh.
Like we snapped the drive shaft, maybe?
I don't know. Should we see?
I'd back it up.
Something's popping.
Something popped.
The heck was that? Felt like something slipped in the transfer case.
Okay, keep going, you got it. I don't know what that was. We should look underneath. But you still have drive with that wheel, I think.
This is the problem with 242,000 miles. Things do start going wrong. All right, let's see if it'll go up the hill at all. It seems okay, but
Yeah, we got drive. We didn't snap a drive shaft, but definitely something got bound up.
I don't know what that was. Here, let's get it up on this rock and then we can crawl underneath it.
And make sure you don't hit here. Keep coming. Take it easy. Okay, you're good, you're good. You're good. All right, you're good, you'll be fine. Slow, 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 hold up. Yeah, you're good. Oh, okay. Drive shaft is okay.
What do you see, Case?
It came from this side over here.
I don't know. I mean, it could even be that it just got so flexed out.
Yeah, the 8-track gave up. It could be that you got it so flexed out where 8-track was like no, and then it released all brake pressure.
Something in the suspension that was
unloaded,
let loose a little bit when it got unweighted.
Well,
let's keep going.
We'll keep. Well, yeah, we'll
it's
keep
a Land
going.
Cruiser. So what if it's got 242,000 miles? It's a Land Cruiser. They're built to go 250, Tommy. So
we've got 9,000 more miles.
We got 9,000 miles before we have to worry about it.
Okay.
You know, it's a $12,000 Land Cruiser. Let's keep going. It does sound like a...
Yeah, I mean the suspension is creaky and noisy. I'm sure there's a lot of pretty old bushings in there. So many noises.
She's a creaky old gal. Are you worried about it?
It just doesn't feel right. There's like lash in the drivetrain that there shouldn't be.
Tommy, what have we always said about these Land Cruisers?
If you want to go out into the wilderness, you bring a Land Cruiser. If you want to come home, you bring a Land Rover. We've always said that. So we're driving.
I think it's the other way around.
Well, not today.
So we're getting a horrible clunk.
Yeah, so we're driving along and there's like a clunk, and I can't tell if it's transfer case or diff related. So it's going to the mechanic.
If we can even drive it out of here.
I think we'll drive it out of here. I don't know if it'll drive back to Boulder, but I think we can drive it out of here.
We can drive it out of here, but I'm not sure we're going to have to get. We might have to tow it out of here.
Yeah, on the road. Yeah, because it's like it's a rotational thing. So every time the wheel spins, it's like clunk, clunk.
Yeah.
It didn't make it up the Razor Rocks. It did make it up the steps, but I think we're going to call it here.
Yeah, because our $12,000 Land Cruiser is definitely wounded at this point.
This is where it would be good to have that Toyota knowledge that we don't have.
We don't.
A 100 series guy is going to comment first saying it's this.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not coming from that Jeep that's about to pass us. We know that.
It could be, according to Toyota people. They never break. So, listen, it's got 242,000 miles. We'll figure it out. And we'll get it back on the trail.
Yeah. All right, well, let's see if we can get out of here without having to tow it home. That would be nice.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, it's like every rotation.
Yeah, I think it's in the front end. I think you're right.
Something out of the front end. Every rotation, it's hitting on something.
Yep. Oh.
Yeah, that was bad.
And if you can, it's not just like a noise. You can feel it in the steering wheel too. I wonder if it's a CV.
Could be.
You think it's a CV?
Do you want to turn the wheel all the way left?
Yeah. There's probably there's a boot on it.
Boots are intact, but that doesn't mean
it doesn't mean that it's.
That's not a blown CV joint.
Certainly would make a lot of sense.
Oh, that's really bad.
Hey.
Huh?
Yeah, we're not going to be driving this thing home, Tommy.
No, we're gonna get the trailer.
We're going to have to trailer this.
Slowly. Oh.
Is this EV?
Yeah. I don't know if for sure if that's what it is, but it certainly would make sense.
Okay.
Oof.
We have no drive?
Something is properly broken now.
Did it let loose?
So when I go into drive, can you see if the drive shafts are turning? I think the transfer case exploded.
I think you broke the transfer case.
You ready?
Give it a go. Oh yeah. Front drive shaft spinning. Do it one more time.
Oh, front drive shaft spinning.
Yeah. So front spinning, rear's not doing anything. So lock your center and you should be able to go.
So front spinning, rear's not doing anything. So that means it's
in your front end
it's an issue with the front differential. Something in the front differential exploded or something. So if I lock up the center, now
rear wheel drive.
we got a rear wheel drive Land Cruiser. So something in the front end is not happy. What it is, I don't know.
No, we don't know.
We don't know what it is.
But it's going to be expensive.
Yes.
We know it.
It will
it's gonna be,
likely be expensive.
we know it's going to be expensive.
And you know, rear wheel drive Land
Now we know
Cruiser's
what it is.
kind of interesting. I don't think that would be a CV at that point.
No, probably not CV.
No.
Hey, at least the banging stopped. So whatever it was, we broke it completely now.
I mean, theoretically,
I mean, I guess it could if it failed completely.
good question. I've never broken a front diff or a front anything, so
It's because you're.
something I have to deal with.
You want to go this
Yeah,
way?
yeah. It's because Casey's a Land Rover guy and they don't break. Oh man, we're gonna get so much hate on this video. I'm sorry we don't know the ins and outs of a 100 series. I should know this better. I feel terrible. You're gonna get roasted in the comments with me, Dad.
Why are we going to get roasted? We just bought it. How are we supposed to know the ins and outs of a 100 series when we just bought the thing?
Oh,
That's expecting a lot, isn't it?
yeah. Oh,
I mean, we got to get it to the road so we can get it on a trailer.
oh. I think we can get it to the road. It is still a Land Cruiser after all.
Yeah, it'll get us out of here.
That's the thing about these, right? Even when they fail, you'll probably still get home.
Exactly. Yeah.
Maybe not all the way home, but to the road.
To the road. I mean, yeah, you just don't want to do any more damage.
Yeah.
Its tail is between its bumpers, I think.
But Andre, Land Cruisers are extremely reliable.
Yes.
All we have to do is fix it, and it will have never broken.
Well, yes, but it's also driving by itself right now, still.
It is driving. That's true. That's true.
Here's what my mechanically stunted mind knows about the situation.
Yes.
When the center diff is unlocked,
Yes.
the car has no drive.
Yep.
The front drive shaft spins, but it doesn't go anywhere.
Yep.
So that kind of indicates that the issue's in the front end, because when we lock that diff,
Yeah, I heard it blow in the front. It's definitely in the front.
it goes. So something's exploded in the front. Whether or not that's a CV, would that kill all drive, or whether it's something actually in the diff?
It's something definitely in the diff.
Well,
Do you guys have a used 100 series front diff that we could buy at a reasonable cost? Because I think we're going to be replacing that.
So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go drag this thing to our mechanic, who does know what he's talking about, and then we'll get it on the lift, we'll pull it apart, have him pull it apart, and see what went wrong.
Yeah.
Okay.
How much can it cost? More than the?
Probably with Land Cruiser prices, will probably be another $12,000 into
Yeah,
it.
it'll be more than a 241 mile Land Cruiser's worth.
But if you guys have an idea of what went wrong, I'm sure you'll leave them in the comments below. We'd love to read them. And as always, has been Tommy.
And I'm very bummed, Roman, because I hate breaking my toys. I've always hated it, and it always
Well, then we gotta
makes me
buy.
sad.
The problem is you gotta buy newer toys. You buy toys with 250,000 miles, they're gonna break, right? So it is what it is. We'll see you in the next one.
Ciao.
Listen, if you get any brand other than a Toyota, it's just going to break immediately. The first time you take it on a trail, it's going to break. That's why we buy Toyotas.
Don't talk to me, Case.
You don't want to touch British engineering.